Good morning, YouTubers. It's been a little while since I made a video. It's early in the morning. Got my coffee. But yeah, I wanted to share with you guys something because I'm starting something new. Sorry, I've got Chuggington on the background. I've got my lovely boys wandering around. They might be. Hopefully, I'll be able to get through the video. But I wanted to share with you guys something new that I'm doing because I am sort of, as I've said before, my interest in fitness and weight loss sort of ebbs and flows now that I've kind of met my happy medium where my body likes to be. It may not be exactly where I'd like it to be. So I do kind of go up and down as far as motivation goes to lose the last 20 pounds. Anyway, my last video I posted that I was going to start doing some more workouts, and I was going old school and doing my the grind workout with Eric Nyes and my balance ball, the Core Secrets workouts, and I've done a little bit of that, not as much as I wanted to, but yeah, that is what it is. We have so many media things plugged into our TV that, as dumb as this sounds, I couldn't even figure out how to get the DVD to play some days. So my husband has fixed it, and I think I will be able to manage it from now on. But what I wanted to share with you guys is, strangely enough, after I made that video talking about how I wanted some Jillian Michaels videos or some P90X or whatever, I happened to win a contest on a blog post that I'd seen, and I got this book, and it's called Making the Cut by Jillian Michaels. And what this is an awesome book for someone who, this isn't for someone who needs to lose a ton of weight. Her first book, I think it's called Winning by Losing, is what you'd want to get if you have the bulk of your weight still left to lose. This is for someone who needs to lose the last 10 to 20 pounds, which is awesome. This is how to get into the best shape of your life. This is how to start a fitness program. This has got menu programs and menu plans for regular healthy eating forever. This isn't a diet book. This is exactly what I was looking for. It's awesome. It's got so many awesome tools in here. Just in the beginning of the book, it teaches you how to, and this is not a commercial for her book, but it kind of is, I guess, because I'm actually really liking it. I'm usually not into reading books, but I'm an internet person. I look up everything on the internet, but this has a lot of information that I had not read on the internet. This is showing, what to do in the beginning, because, when you're losing the last little bit of weight, it's hard to stay motivated because you don't see the huge changes that you see when you're losing a ton of weight. You just don't, because it's little bits at a time and you're really sculpting your body, and it's more about the fitness than it is about the food, which is a whole nother video that I will be making titled From Food to Fitness, because that's kind of where my focus is going now. But yeah, this teaches you, it gives you formulas on how to calculate your resting metabolic rate. It tells you I need to get a body fat scale that'll show me how much body fat I've got, because that will be very motivational when I don't maybe see as many changes on my weight, but I can see my body fat percentage going down. And it also, tells you how to calculate how many calories you need per day, which is something you can find on the internet, but I just think it's really nice to have it all in one place. So, I calculated that, and ridiculously enough, this says that I should be having 17 to 1800 calories per day, which is obviously not doable for a weight loss surgery patient. That would be a ridiculous free-for-all for me if I ate that much. But she really stresses in this book, when you're losing the last little bit of weight, you do not want to drastically cut your calories. The food is not the focus. You want to eat clean and healthy, but you want to bump up the fitness. You have to bump up the weight training, the sculpting exercises. Cardio has its place, and you do cardio as well, but really it's all about getting the muscles to where you want them to be, building lean muscle so you'll burn more fat at rest, making the most out of the afterburn from your workout. So in this book, she recommends working out twice per day, 2 shorter workouts, because then you maximize your afterburn effect and you're burning more calories after each workout, which is really cool because I think I could do that. I think I could do 2 shorter workouts versus a long workout. Anyway, there's just all kinds of things. One other thing that I really liked was there is a quiz in this book. I wish I could find the page. I probably should have marked these. It's a metabolic type test. You probably can't even see that. But there are 3 metabolic types. There is a slow oxidizer, a balanced oxidizer, and a fast oxidizer. And based upon the way that you metabolize the foods that you eat, you fall into one of these 3 categories. And it tells you what types of foods you should be eating that work best with your body and help to speed up your metabolism, which is really cool. So according to my metabolic typing test, which is really pretty intense, by the way, I mean, it's like it's like 50 questions that you have to answer. And they're, questions like, when you eat meat, such as bacon, sausage, ham, and salmon, for breakfast, do you feel A, sleepy, lethargic, or irritable, B, it varies day to day, or C, satisfied and don't get hungry till lunch? So there's an example of one of the questions. Ask you about your attitude towards food, the type of sweets that you like. After dinner, what do you crave? How do you feel about potatoes? How do you feel when you eat a salad for lunch? It's basically all about how you feel when you eat certain foods. So if you take this quiz, it'll tell you which metabolic type you are. And from there, you go into the menu plans and the recipes. And there's full-on charts with menus for 30 days. This is actually a 30-day plan if you want to follow it to the letter. To get like ripped and sculpted. But beyond that, I mean, these recipes are awesome and they're healthy, and I'm a balanced metabolizer, or balanced oxidizer, I should say. So what that means is that my body type does best on a diet, if you want to call it that, such as the zone where you're getting 40% carbohydrates, which doesn't mean 40% bread, pasta, or white rice. It means 40% of good, natural carbs may be coming from vegetables, brown, long grain rice, things like that. Not necessarily like bread, starchy carbs. You really want to stay away from those. But so 40% carbs, 30% lean proteins, and 30% fats. That's what I should be having in each meal. I need to try and keep those ratios, and that's what works best. That's what's going to bump up my metabolism. That's what's going to keep me full and keep me feeling my best, according to the quiz that I took. So, as you can see, I'm a pretty big advocate for this book. I think it's awesome. I don't think, as a weight loss surgery patient, we are told to eat protein, 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 and, aside from everything else, you need to get your protein in. Well, I think that's great, but I do think that vegetables and healthy fats like avocado and olive oil and some raw nuts and seeds, those have places in your diet too. And not everybody is a fast oxidizer, which are the people that really need the extra protein. So anyway, and beyond the menu plans, it goes into, there's a fitness test that you take. You have to take these different tests timed for 1 minute, how many step-ups you can do, how many sit-ups you can do, how many push-ups you can do, not the girly push-ups on your knees, on your toes only, how many, you have to do a wall sit, and you have to be able to do your wall sit for at least 60 seconds. I don't know if you guys don't know what a wall sit is, but you stand with your back up against a wall in a sitting position, but you're not actually sitting on anything, and you hold yourself up. You need to be able to do that for at least 60 seconds before you can proceed and go with the rest of the fitness recommendations in this book. But, I mean, she illustrates all different kinds of exercises and gives you exact exercise plans to sculpt. For example, Jillian Michaels, she says in this book, she has a boyish body. She's built very straight up and down, which I am too, and I hate it because it's hard for me to get a curvy waist, which is what I want. So she says, by sculpting and doing the right exercises, she actually does not work out this portion of her body, the side obliques. She lets these muscles waste, doesn't do any muscle building exercises for this area right in here. And then she builds up her upper body. She builds up her shoulders and her chest area and her arms to try and bulk up on the top, giving her the illusion of a smaller waist because she doesn't build the muscles up. So that's something I would never, ever have thought of. I think it's really cool. Yeah. So, you know what? I am going to be going grocery shopping and buying some of the things in this book. I'm going to be, changing the way I, for the most part, eat pretty healthfully, but, switching to a few more organic things, adding some more complex carbs, more vegetables, to try and kind of balance out my diet a little bit. And coincidentally, I had my husband take the metabolic typing test too, and we are both B-type metabolizers, so we're both balanced metabolizers, which is going to work well because he's going to be on the diet too, because I do all the cooking, so he doesn't really have a choice. Anyway, so that's what I'm doing now, and I'm really excited about this. Another thing I want to talk about, and my video is getting super long, so I'm going to have to cut it short soon, but I am thinking about getting a Fitbit because I really need something to help me with the motivation to get in more steps and to exercise more. And I think that would do it because I'm kind of a techie sort of person. I really like my iPod. I love all the different apps on there. I use my FitnessPal. I know that the Fitbit can sync up with my FitnessPal so I can track my foods and it will all talk, which I think is really cool. If you have a Fitbit, let me know how you like it. I have heard nothing but good things. They're a little expensive. They're like $100, I want to say. So thinking if I can maybe find one on like eBay, or like if any of you have one used that you're wanting to sell me, hit me up. Because I am a money saver. I am a bargain hunter. And if I can find something cheaper, I will buy it. Yeah, so the only thing I'm worried about that is if you buy a used Fitbit, is it hard to set up your account? Like, I think you can just push a little button and reset it and start a whole new account with the online stuff. But that's one question that I had. So if any of you know the answer to that, that would be awesome. Because that's kind of the only thing that's holding me back from going on eBay and just bidding on one. So anyway, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, I'm hoping. I know that I need to get more into fitness and whatnot, so I'm really heading in that direction. I know a lot of you will be very proud of me for that because I am lazy. Not lazy, but I do a lot. I'm really busy, in fact, but I'm lazy when it comes to exercise. So I need to get motivated, which this book is helping with. Also, I wanted to give you guys a little heads up because I'm going to be making a video soon. My next video that I was talking about, changing the focus from food to fitness, I will have a guest speaker, and he is someone that none of you know. I used to work with him about, gosh, it's been over a decade now, but we worked together for 5 or 6 years, and he's an awesome dude, and he lives in Hawaii now, and he's made some video clips talking about how he's lost quite a bit of weight, and he looks really good, and he's made some clips about tips and things that he does to stay healthy, and I told him it would be really awesome if he would be a guest speaker on my channel, and I think you guys would really like him a lot. So you can keep an eye out for that. And I will talk to everybody later. I hope you're having a fabulous Monday and make healthy choices. Bye.